What up, guys, and welcome to another King's Court, episode 5. We are here with Peter Castillo.
Hello.
Richard Garcia.
Hello.
Hard Ali.
Bing bong.
I knew he was going to do that. Zoran Belfranin.
Good evening.
And the newest member of the Kingslayer team from Triple Sleeve, J. Bermuda Owens, a.k.a. the boy.
Highlanders a pyramid scheme.
Oh, here we go. And myself, James, coming at you for another episode 5. Today's going to be a very special one. Not only do we introduce Jay Owens to the team, welcome being aboard.
Thank you.
You know, how do you feel about that right now?
Pretty hyped, you know.
All right.
That's a conflict of interest.
No, not anymore. How does it feel to essentially try to come out of the hole of hiding that you've been in? Because, you know, you're hard to get in touch with.
That is true. I've been playing a lot of card games recently. Been branching out, so.
Also, what other card games you play?
Mainly been playing Flesh and Blood.
Okay.
Been grinding the competitive circuit for a little bit now. And Vanguard, of course. Mainly Premium, but Overdress and V as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since we've actually seen you, the boy Owens, you know. And it's awesome to have you aboard the Kingslayer family. Welcome. We're also here with one of our head judges, Peter. Peter's been a longtime friend, longtime person in the community. He's been playing the game for how long?
2011, probably. Yeah.
Oh, don't get shy now, Peter.
Yeah, 2011. Over 10 years.
Yeah, he's our head judge over here during our Kingslayer events. He's been doing a wonderful job. Hopefully we keep him on for as long as he wants to be our head judge. He does an amazing job and work. He also is the one that edits our pictures that you see on our website. He does a really fantastic job with that too. How you liking Vanguard at the moment?
It's catching my interest again.
Okay.
I think the first couple of sets were like very vanilla. They got boring very quick. I know probably you're gonna talk about it later, but in the last tournament we had, it seemed like a lot of different decks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I like looking at that. You know, I don't like seeing the same deck repeat.
Yeah.
So it looks like now Vanguard has probably like at least one flavor for each person. So
Which is good. Yeah, and yes, we will be touching on the Kingslayer Set 4 event that happened this weekend. We'll get to some of those questions and everything as we go on. So I kind of wanted to start off, first of all, where Richard has a big announcement for those that listen to the podcast. So I'm going to pass it to Richard to let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, so we created a Patreon where at our lowest sub tier, which is $1, you get access to our Discord server. And what that means is while we're doing the podcast, you can ask us questions live and we'll answer them live. It's very easy to set up, and we're probably going to start at the next episode, right?
Yeah. We'll start doing maybe a Twitter and Instagram and Facebook when we're going to be starting the podcast. Hopefully we kind of started out late today because everybody was busy and a lot of people were doing stuff. But yeah, we'll do a time. We'll post it up, and if you are part of our Patreon, we'll have you guys in our Discord, which I made today, and you can ask us questions, or maybe you want to throw into some of the discussions that we're going to be having throughout the podcast. I might put a little bit of info on it. Is there anything else? Anything else going on that we're planning to do?
In regards to the Discord server, not particularly.
Oh.
But we are having a team tournament in the weekend of March 19th at the store for Vanguard Overdress, and then we're looking to add for Premium. So if you guys are interested in having a Premium or a V team tournament that weekend, please let us know, because I'm trying to figure out how many people to accommodate and see if it's possible and see how much pricing, etc., all that stuff.
Yeah, and we're doing the team event to get ready for the Springfest is happening, and that we're actually having the live event. And I know in episode 4 we did talk about how, Bushroad has decided to do Springfest in person to person and not in remote fights. But with that being said, we're gonna go down to our first topic, and that topic is about Springfest. And I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I'm kind of upset because as a player, I kind of, from what I saw, is that they're putting overdress, which is standard, and premium on the same day, which is Saturday, which players like me and I'm assuming everybody in this room has to choose what they want to play.
Correct.
And I feel, with that being said, the first question I had for everybody is, why did Bushnell put overdress and premium on the same day? Was it a smart choice? Honestly, I think it wasn't. I think it's a very dumb idea. I think it's a mistake. I think they shouldn't have done it because it's going to cause either a low turnout or it's going to be conflicting to a lot of players that want to play both formats. So I'm asking the room, what do you guys think?
I think one of the things we have to keep in mind is that Bushiroad sometimes makes their decisions based on the player base in overseas, in Japan, Asia, the region, and not based in our, in our region here. So maybe premium is not so popular over there. Like I've seen, they usually mostly focus on the main format. Maybe they're doing that over here as well because they go with the consensus. They fire the creative team, like the people that were working on it. Maybe they stopped listening, to the people. Like what was the name of the guy that left?
Moria.
Yeah.
Keita Mori.
He's the one that kept the community involved. He was the bridge between the community and Bushiroad, and now they don't have that, and I think that's affecting a lot.
I thought they got into somebody else. They got two new producers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they also have a producer on the American side as well.
But I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, but is that helping? Are they listening to the community?
I don't think he's as outward as Maury was. Where Maury was more like, "Hey, like, tell me what you guys want," and he kind of delivered like everything.
Yeah, you can talk to Maury on Twitter, legit.
Yeah,
Maury was
homie would reply.
Yeah, you like
base
him on
Maury,
Twitter.
bro, base Maury. But now, like, new guy, I haven't heard anything from. I could be wrong. Maybe he does communicate. And I haven't personally.
It seemed like at the beginning of the year they were steering towards the right direction, listening to the people, and addressing issues that we had. And right now it's like they're dropping the ball on it again.
Well, I think the main issue is just 3 formats. And, I hate to throw the wrench, but it's like, if you think about it, there's no good way that Bushy can do this. Because 2 days, you have 3 formats of one game, and then Weiss, but no one really plays Weiss, so it's not really relevant.
They're trying to keep everybody happy and make money while they're at it.
I think they're trying to push Weiss.
Yeah.
Because Weiss sales have been up, and the attendance is always terrible. So I think by putting Weiss on day 2 and putting V there, which are like the least more like less popular formats, I think they want to push like Weiss attendance. But
I've been there, I've been on day 2, and when it was Wise and Buddy Fight, they didn't have more than 3 tables set up for them.
Yeah, it was
it's like 120 players total
Yeah.
between both games. I think the main issue is, or the mindset Bushiroad probably has is like the overdressed players aren't playing premium. I think they kind of look at it from where, the veterans will play premium regardless. So they're trying to hook in, just the new players will play, overdressed, they don't play premium. But there is actually some overlap.
Yeah.
We've kind of seen this with the ban list where you get like an influx of overdressed players.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like it is making people choose. I would have put premium on day 2 and put V actually in day 1 if I absolutely had
Yes.
to. And the reason why is like, so V is also a relatively like new player format. But it's like you go from overdress to V and V to premium is kind of like the progression. So I think it would give you a choice to where like you'll play your standard format because like V is technically standard to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an eternal format. It's limited.
But for example, like I stopped playing 2 years ago premium because how bad and toxic it felt. Okay, and then this year when they made, actually since the end of last year coming into this year, they made a lot of different changes that piqued my interest, and you actually told me give it a chance, go into it, and that's why I started looking, and it actually caught my eye, and I felt that all the changes were for the better. especially with the new class selections and clan collections, being cards affordable, and reprinted, that made it a lot easier for me to get back into. If you look into Vanguardians worldwide, like you see a lot of players. Hey, I'm coming back into premium. Like what do I look for? So there's like a lot of old players, that are getting back into it. But like there's a lot of competitive players that play also both formats, and I don't think
it's fair to put in everybody.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'll argue, if they were really focusing on a 3 different format like system, they should have, I'm gonna say this, maybe a 3-day event. If they really wanted to target all 3 days, maybe have V Premium on Friday.
Yeah.
I understand you're probably gonna argue that people come from work and people are flying in, or there's no time for it and everything. But the problem we're having right now is like, people, especially for a team league, like perfect example is this team league. Look at how I personally was trying to set up teams for the event, that we'll be going to. We're looking to go to Illinois, we're looking to go to Texas, and it's hard. It's hard because literally amongst ourselves, we're conflicting. A group of us wants to play D, but we also want to play premium. So it's like our two loves are fighting each other to figure out how we're going to establish teams. Now, if this was singles, I would have been like, hey, you know what? You do your thing, I'll do my thing. We're both happy. You get what I'm saying? And that's the way I feel like it would have been best for everybody. But with Team League, I don't think this was the right direction.
Yeah, Team League is more casual. I think the mindset Bushiroad actually might be going towards is they want to create like separate player groups. Because you have like a lot of the top players will play premium.
Yeah.
Like everyone I'm thinking of in my head that I generally would be like, man, they'd be kind of tough to play. They're gonna play premium. I think maybe the mindset is Overdress is more of a casual format where new players can get some tops and they can do well, and because the veterans are just gonna choose premium. I can't think of any player on on the majority of sponsored teams or majority of teams that are gonna say, oh, I'll choose Overdress over premium. But at the same time, it does create division.
Yeah,
You're hurting the same game. Like it's all card fight Vanguard, and like Flesh and Blood did a 3-day. They do 3-day events.
Yeah.
And it actually works out really well. So it's like it can be done. It's not popular to be done, but if Bushiroad cares about all 3 formats, they need to give them all their each day.
Exactly.
Because there's no favoritism. There's no oh, my format's on this day, and then you got V by itself on one day, where it's like it feels almost like skewed.
And that's just touching the format that people play themselves. Now go on the other side of the operation side of the event, because we haven't had great experiences at Bushiroad with judges and rounds and repairs. We know what that's been like, and that's been probably 200 to 400 people at a tournament, at just one format tournament. Now adding a second format to it, it seems kind of bad.
It's crazy.
Remember when they did the 2 bracket things?
Oh,
that screwed up a lot of people.
It'll be chaotic.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 different tournaments.
Yes.
Wow. You also find judges too. Think about it. You have to have double the amount.
Exactly, and they don't have the same people judging at every event. So it's not something that we'll learn from it, and do better next time. Sometimes the staff changes, so they do things different. They appoint different head judges. So it's not something that they can give continuity to get better at it. It seems something like we're just gonna come, and we're just deal with the person that are there that day.
I'll say it's better than nothing, but at the same time, Bush is gonna have to spend money. Bottom line.
Yeah,
they're gonna incentivize judges because there's no incentive right now. You get a box.
Well, the tournaments are free. We're not being charged for it, and I think that's probably hurting the.
I think tournaments being free, dude. If you're gonna pay everyone going to these events is going to pay for lodging. They're going to pay for a flight there. For the majority of people that aren't local, they're going to pay for cards to play with. What makes you think they can't afford $20 to enter?
But I'm saying for all the other card games, they charge you entry, and there's better pricing for it, and there's better incentive for the people that go in there. You go to YouTube and you see a judge from you receive monthly packages, or before every tournament, and you see them opening. And it's money there, that whether they keep it or they don't, even the rare cards that they give out at tournaments, they don't come out for everybody, and yeah.
It just might be. I'm gonna agree with you. I think more and more I think about it. I think maybe having this event to be free kind of hurts Vanguard in general. I think we because when you think of when I usually think of Team League, the prizes, I think the farthest you go, you don't even get a trip to Japan. You go to California, right? Cali. That's where they had the. I remember when Rafa
back in the day.
Yeah, when Rafa went with like Jeremy and them, all they got and Joey, all they got was a trip to Cali, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, but after that, what you got a medal and that's it. You didn't get a trip to Japan. You don't get any of that thing. It's just hi, thanks for coming to this free event. You're going to Cali. Cool. If you win over there, guess what you're getting? You're getting a piece of paper that says congrats.
And you haven't seen it because you're at the top tables all the time. But for example, the judges and the staff that help the judges there, they're always scrambling towards the end because their time, and they gotta hurry up and finish everything on time, pick everything up, and sometimes they can't leave stuff behind. So
it's a lot of stress.
Talk
it's
to
not
one.
Easy,
We have a friend, Jeremy. Jeremy's being a staff member there. Gustavo as well. They at least Jeremy, he didn't have a great
Jeremy
experience.
was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Gustavo likes doing it.
Gustavo, and that's for, the promos, because sometimes you can get, some
good promos
out of there, but still, I was contacted on an email and the last league that we had before COVID, and they were offering me a lot of stuff. It's like, hey, we'll pay you this amount of dollars per hour. We'll cover all your expenses, which they didn't do. We'll give you this many boxes from this set plus this promo. And they were really pushing at that point because they had people that they didn't want to do it because sometimes it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's. I've seen you guys. I think the last time you were, staffing. Were you stopped before, right?
Not out of the bushy roads.
Okay. Well, I remember when Jeremy was staffing. I think it was Jacksonville. He was staffing.
Yeah.
Man, he told me, the hours was killing. He literally went in, he had to be there at 7 a.m., set up everything, and he was the last one to leave. And that means he didn't get to see any of it. Besides, seeing your friends, you're there to work, because that's what you're being paid to do. But he didn't eat until 11 o'clock at night.
They get no lunchtime.
Yeah, they get no lunchtime, they get nothing.
That's crazy.
They're scrambling. They work hard. And that can honestly lead to a lot of mistakes that we've seen.
Sweatshop.
There's a lot of, Bushro. And the thing is, I want to touch on this. How long has it been since we've gotten a person-to-person Bush Road event? It's been a while.
Almost 2 years.
It's almost 2 years.
People gonna be rusty.
So who's this? Honestly, I hate to say this, with Bush Road's tendencies, they'll probably screw it up like they've done before. Hopefully they don't. Maybe those 2 years they were like, hey, we'll fix this plan, but I doubt it. But in reality, I don't know. For me, the next question I had for you guys, which we probably already answered, with this choice effect, do you think the attendance is going to be high or low for these events?
Automatically split.
Yeah. Well, it's automatically a split.
I actually just think V being in one day hurts everything because less people play V altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Then people will see it as in my opinion, overdress and premium are your top dogs.
Well, wouldn't that help later on, seeing as V, is the lesser format, and then just they keep overdress and
incentivize
premium.
you to do it.
Yeah, the thing is, there's no support. You go into a Bushy Road tournament, like you said, just for some promos you never use, they're not worth anything. There's no prize support. There's no incentive for you to play these tournaments.
Yeah.
You're really going in just to hang out with your friends. Honestly.
Basically.
That's what we go for.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are still gonna go.
Yeah, people are gonna go. Of course,
I'm not saying as in nobody's gonna go. I meant it as in what you pretty much answered it, Owens. It's gonna probably be split, and we'll probably see the veterans probably go to premium, and a lot of people want to go to dress. The new players.
You're gonna see all the new players play overdress.
Yeah.
All the old school players play premium, and then V standard is a throwaway format. Honestly, V premium is a throwaway format. If we go there the next day, we'll probably be there. Some people probably just be chilling on the side just to trade, sell.
I mean, I was saying we were actually talking about this. When we were thinking about going to we are going to go to Illinois. We were thinking about leaving after Saturday, because I don't think we have people that want to play V premium. We were like, why stay Sunday? We'll just leave Sunday morning in the morning instead of going early in the 10 o'clock we have to be there, or like 8 o'clock or whatever to get there early.
9. So
At 9 to get there early, just to sign up for V Premium, and half of us don't really want to play it.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Messiah's pretty good at V Premium.
Here we go.
So, I just feel like people have the mindset, like for me, if Overdress was on Sunday, I'd actually get them to play.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
that would be
And
perfect.
I don't even play Overdress, but I'd be like, I'll go have fun in like a more casual format and like play the deck I want to play.
Right.
And then Premium on Saturday, I'm all in, and vice versa.
And then, okay, so another issue that could happen also is like we get like a lot more people than we had gotten before, and then let's say that we have like 600 people for Overdress, right, and 200 people for Premium.
Right.
And the place can't fit that many,
Yeah,
and they're gonna have to
800
start
players,
cutting
man.
people off.
Well, the same people, like I think that's less of the issue because everyone that plays Vanguard generally plays at least 2 formats of the game, in my experience.
Yeah, but it has happened when there has been more people than they can handle in the venue. They either do a round robin round, like to start like eliminating people,
I see what you're saying.
or they start cutting people. So that's why you see people like so early, like getting there, like trying to
their
like
spot.
Yeah, exactly. So that also could be an issue.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, and this, not saying I'm going to piggyback off of what Peter said. I wouldn't be surprised if they go, oh, we have, let's say 600 for Overdress. Oh crap, we're gonna have to maybe move Premium to Sunday, and then you look at that and you're like, why you didn't do this in the first place?
Exactly.
Because so far, remember the other stuff. The other thing is that we have less locations than before.
Yeah.
So a lot more people are gonna try to travel to one specific location than we used.
Did you guys see that they're adding more?
Supposedly.
Supposedly they were supposed to add more, but from what I saw from the Bush Road page, it only says to June. Like it says April to June.
Yeah.
So in June, and the last event, last date is June 11th and the 12th.
I think we'll see one more in May and one more in June. I think they're gonna add 2.
I'm hoping they do at the end of, like the ending of June, which I hope it will be Atlanta, or Jacksonville.
They can go all the way up to July because they have done it before.
Yeah, but from what I saw, it's from June. But I'm hoping they add more. I would love to travel to more events. I think it's great. It's great for us because it's more people we get to meet, more exposure, especially for the team, the Kingslayer. Going out there trying to get some dubs.
Springfest Miami, let's go.
We hope. I mean, we had
cards.
I want Jacksonville again, to be honest.
I love Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if ARG Fort Lauderdale happened, man, we need Bush Road Fort Lauderdale or something.
Yo, I miss ARG, bro.
Bro, hey, listen, we're becoming the
That's
new
what
ARG.
we're trying to do.
Hey, we're the Kingslayer,
ARG's like a candy shop now.
I know. Shout out to Jim.
But yeah, so I pretty much hit up the third question of this is the last thing for Springfest. I was like, where we're gonna be at. I already said it. We're probably gonna be at Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, and then we'll be at Houston, Texas, definitely. So if you're there, if you know who Ali is, the leader of the Messiah group page. If you know who Jay Owens is, we'll probably all be there. Yes, we can all meet up and talk and stuff like that. But we're gonna get to the next subject, and that's what happened this weekend. This weekend was our Set 4 event here at Kingslayer. We'll talk about Overdress first, because then we can dabble into Premium, because Premium is what a lot of people want to talk about. We're actually here with our Overdress champion,
Number 1.
the number 1 Magnolia player in the world. That I will say this, the Duckbill himself, Zoran Belfranin. How do you feel about winning that event?
You guys hype me up too much, man.
What are you talking about? You're number 1. Everybody wants the deck list.
It's cracked.
It's actually up on the WCC channel.
Oh.
VG Top Deck.
Oh,
Marshall put it on VG Top Decks,
So-
and now the deck list is actually up on WCC's channel on YouTube. So
How do you feel about that?
it's not the first time that's happened, actually.
Oh. Okay.
Modest.
Oh, such a modest champion we have.
It's not the first time because William stole my Grand Blue deck list for V Premium, and then he told WCC to show it off on top decks, but
Okay.
Nice.
So what did you? Okay, so we're gonna touch upon you for a little bit. What did you play, and were you shocked about what you saw at this event?
I played Magnolia. I was more so shocked about what I didn't see topping rather than what I saw topping, and that's Prison not topping Seraph Snow.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually shocked me, and that's one of my questions. I was like, what did we not see? Like that, I was expecting Prison to like run the show, because what we've been seeing from Japan's meta, like Bruce and Prison like battling out some Magnolia, but like Prison was like strong. Like what happened?
I'm pretty sure a good chunk of the players here did not, and correct me if I'm wrong, did not have their promos for the
Yes,
Prison.
that is true.
That is true.
Bro, that secondary market is redonkulous. Okay,
It is. They're up at like $25 a pop right now on Facebook, eBay, etc.
Man, let me tell you though, we had them and they were gone.
They sold like hotcakes here.
They were gone like freaking hotcakes. Like, it blew my mind how many people, when I was in the front desk, how many people came up to me, hey, you got set 4 stuff? Hey, you got the promo? And I literally had to tell everybody, I am so sorry for your loss. We don't have what you need.
We ain't got it.
We had a guy from Colombia come.
What?
And no, like legit, he came from Colombia.
Straight out of Colombia.
Straight out of Colombia, right?
What?
And he came here Friday, like I think it was Saturday, no,
It was
Friday. Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, do you have set 4? And we're like, nope. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, bro,
One came from Colombia.
one case was gone in the matter of 2 hours.
Did he bring the cartel too?
he went through the cartel to try to find it.
That's crazy.
But I'm telling you, I'm not only talking about the set, I'm talking about the promos.
Everything was gone.
And because you used you were lucky to get the Fox for Magnolia.
Yeah, I got it after I came from work and I came to the store
These box
and bought it.
toppers?
Were they box toppers?
No, they're buy 10 packs, get one random promo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And people were begging for them.
Dang, what was the Dragon Empire one though?
That's not that great.
Oh, okay.
The only
The
two-
money, the two big ones was the Brand Gate one
Yeah.
and the one for Stokea.
Never fails.
But yeah, no, I agree. There was a lot of people. Honestly, they did not have their set 4 stuff, and they did not have their promos. This set was literally slept on.
Peeking.
I've told people weeks in advance, and Richard can tell you. You don't know how many people I've told to buy your play sets. This set is going to be gone.
I was one of those people.
Literally,
I have
and
nothing.
Ali, how do you feel about that?
I have nothing.
You still don't have your stuff, right?
Still don't have shit.
Right?
It's all
And
gone.
you know what I say? And I told everybody, I say, hey, listen, set 4 is gonna pop Overdress. Overdress, when set 4 came out, it literally changed the game to a lot of new players that come in. It started becoming less stale, and it literally overtook. Set 4 is one of the, I feel was, at least for now, is one of the best sets that has come out so far.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, especially if you're hearing this now, set 5, please, for the love of you guys, buy your play sets. Especially with set 5 having Overlord, The End, MLB, PBO. You have the Dual Nations going on.
Blue red lines.
Yeah, look for your splits. Don't wait at the last minute. Don't complain about the prices if you see on the splits, because the sets are just gonna get more and more expensive from now on. Which have already announced it, and I don't doubt that the secondary market's also gonna jump up in
Especially with
price.
double nation cards too.
And
So if you
so
include
if
that
you-
in the split or not, regardless.
Yeah, so if you see splits out there, just like go out, and don't wait to the last minute. 'Cause
Yeah.
from now on, I don't think we're gonna find like a lot of product left. Like Richard was telling me, I was like, I got like 16 cases. We went through all of them. It was like I went to ask the distributor, and he said that he has no more.
And we won't have any more for a while.
Yep. So
And you know what? I'm going to bank this thing for this moment to give out a shout out to our sponsor, which is Kingslayer Cards. Get your cards from our website, guys. We have play sets for set 5 going up. We have play sets for literally clan selection, which comes out literally next week.
Volume 3 and 4.
Volume 3 and 4 with Raging Fall, and you got all the reverses coming out. Please do not be like Hard Ali, leaving for the last second and not getting his cards.
Yes, don't be like me.
Like,
Oh my God.
he was choking on a Cheeto in episode 4. I don't know if you listened. He literally almost died on us.
Bro,
But yeah, please listen. Look up the website. Get your play sets, guys. I am telling you, people slept on set 4, and like Peter said, I'm going to piggyback off what he said. Bushiroad has announced that things are going to go up in price. So don't complain about your play sets, bro. I've seen it too many times where people don't get their play set and literally cannot play tournament. They're stuck with old cards,
It's
and
tough out here.
they get smacked.
0-2 drop.
Hey, if you need a little bit of extra cash, just come down to KSC, just trade in some stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Get
Hey,
some
if
credit.
you live in South Florida, come down to KSC.
Even if you don't, just fly down.
Hey, fly down, baby. We got somebody.
We'll pick you up from the airport.
They literally had someone from Colombia come by for overdress, so there is no excuse.
There is no excuse. But yeah, so you play. So we didn't see a lot of Seraph Snow. I know we went on a little bit of a
Well, we
tangent.
saw a lot of it, but in top 8
It just didn't top.
there was no Seraph Snow in top 8.
I know you saw Bruce.
Yes.
We had one of our people. His name is Lewis. Lewis, and he kind of did like a pie chart for us, which I'll give him a shout out. He did a really good job doing our pie sheet.
That looks nice.
We literally had in a total. We had 32 players, 5 rounds. We had 5 Magnolia, 4 Basagadas, 4 Nirvanas, 4 Bruce, 4 Bastion, 4 Prison, 3 Barrel Magnus, 2 Gravidias, the Gravidia World deck, and 1 Zorga. Shout out to Gerald. I wished you played better. You're my dog. I love you. Get your cards right. But it was a what I'm very surprised about this. It was a very big spread.
It was very even.
It was very spread, so anybody could have dominated this game. But too bad, Zoran kicked their butts. We all know what happened.
Bing bong.
In our top 8, you already know that Zoran won the whole thing with Magnolia. There was 2 Magnolia, 2 Nirvanas, 1 Bruce, 1 Bastion, 1 Barrow, and 1 Gravidia World. And your champion was Zoran. Your second place was Gio Giovanni. Third place was Eric Zarita. And then our runner-up was Carlos F. I don't know his last name. Fernandez. That's the Colombian guy that came by, right?
His friend.
His friend, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to give out shout-outs. Yeah, it was a fair spread. Like, I literally can tell you the nation representation was literally 8 for Dragon Empire, 4 for Keter, 7 Dark States. Brengate had 6 and Stokkea had 6. Like, those to me is beautiful. Like, it was a beautiful spread.
That's a good spread.
God bless Set 4. Set 4 did this, and I was crazy.
Unity.
So, Zoran, we're going to go back to you real quick. What was your hardest matchup?
What was my hardest matchup? It was probably Bruce. Because I couldn't draw any of my perfect guards against Gianni in bracket. But I also 2-0'd a Bruce player in round 5, so I don't know. I actually don't know what the hardest matchup for that deck would be.
What was the hardest matchup that you said, oh damn, I need to guard, I don't have that much, I need to be careful with this.
Barrel Magnus, because they take away your entire board.
Always.
Well,
Yeah,
Barrel's so strong
I
still.
hate Barrel so much. It's not even funny.
It's just very annoying, but once you have multiple copies of the Magnolia Grade 4, you pop a card out from your soul every single time. You ride into it, so you get a +1 on your field automatically for free, and then all of your multi-attacks are free.
Yeah.
You just need to make sure to not commit too hard to a board early on, otherwise you'll lose early on to Barrow Magnus.
So this is for you, Zoran. Are you surprised at the success of Magnolia? Like, did you think that it maybe going into this it wasn't going to be that great, or did the deck surprise you?
I thought the performance of the deck surprised me because I was playing more orders than usual. All the other Magnolia players were playing more units than orders. They had 2s, 1s, 3s in there. But I had orders in that deck, and I was playing the Zorga Ride line. And that meant that I had slots dedicated in that deck that weren't shield value.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have no guarding potential whatsoever. So I was a little worried coming into there because I know there's decks like Bastion, Bruce, Barrel Magnus, and even the new Nirvana now too, and Prison as well, that just overpower you with high power columns eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
And multiple swings. And they're not like Magnolia at all, where Magnolia dedicates smaller swings, but they still hit over at least a damage trigger.
The sweet spot.
Yeah, so they hit a nice sweet spot, but they are guardable, right?
Mm-hmm.
A nice 28.
It's a nice 23, 28.
Yeah,
unless
there's already a card I hate, which is a stupid freaking beaver. 13, 2 cards. That's all Zoran said to me the other day.
Thank you.
13, 2 cards. And I'm like, how many do you got? Oh, I ran 2. He bumped it up to 4. And he was like, hey, all helmet and just went in, you know?
Slap that card in Aquaforce, by the way, in Premium. That card is
Jeez.
amazing.
It's just 2 from hand guard.
Yeah, from back row, when it attacks, you have to guard with 2 or more cards from hand.
Gas.
It's so dirty.
Yikes.
Mhm.
Because the new Magnolia literally gives the whole board 5k.
For free.
So it literally swings 13, 2 cards.
It's nasty.
You hit
Damage
the over
trigger
trigger?
was location.
Yeah, but congrats Zoran for winning the whole thing.
Thank you.
Magnolia, you literally made like 4 new people play Magnolia. Literally, like they came to the store and they were like, "Hey Richard, you got Magnolia?" We were like, "We told you 17 times. We don't have set 4.
We ain't got
Like,
it.
Come on, we don't have it."
Formed like a little cult. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bro.
So that's pretty much it for Overdress. We'll go to what everybody wants to talk about real quick, but we got about 20 minutes more. Premium. Day 2 premium.
Yeah!
I don't have
premium.
I don't have the stats for it because Lewis was kind of busy.
It doesn't matter what the stats are. Great Nature got first in that tournament.
How dare you?
That's why it should get banned. Hashtag ban Crayon Tiger and
No.
ban the Rhino.
No.
Yo.
Oh, great nature.
Don't make me say it. Don't make me
I have
say
to
it.
stop you right there.
Hold
okay?
on. Don't make me say
I have
hashtag
2 decks, okay? Okay, 2 decks. And you are promoting to get stun versus ban. And now
Amen.
you're gonna hit Great Nature?
Oh, you need,
Amen.
Screw you.
Hey, you need to hit Stunverse.
Screw you.
Hit
Stunverse.
Stunburst.
No.
Stunverse
Ban-
to 1.
He hasn't
Stunverse
done
to
anything
what?
to anybody, okay?
Oh,
Stunverse
he's
to
done
1.
too
Stop
much.
hitting my decks.
No.
Stop.
Hashtag
You
ban
guys are
Stunburst.
haters.
Stunverse to
Alright.
1.
You guys
Stunburst
are
to 1,
haters.
baby.
You tier to 4.
Freaking haters.
30 to 4.
At 4.
Oh gosh. No, stop.
Side
Um,
guard.
So I know that we had 20 players Sunday.
Vente.
We did top 16. No, we did top 8 for
Top
that
8.
day. What I don't know. I mean, maybe Richard or Peter can help me out with this. Maybe Zoran, because you were here too.
Yeah, I remember.
Do we know what topped in day 2?
Messiah.
Premium?
Andrew Condrick got first with Great Nature.
Yep.
Richard's brother Robert got second place with Dragonic Vanquisher.
Vanquish.
Ironically enough, it was my
What
Dragonic Vanquisher deck.
you're saying
Hey.
is Vanquisher, aka Stenverse.
Yes.
So
Stunverse
ban
got that.
Stenverse. Okay, you're right.
Stunverse.
Stenverse.
Messiah.
Stunverse.
Evan Garms got third place with Nova Grappler.
Beast.
Victor.
Dang. That's actually a good
Fourth
deck.
place went to... God, I can't remember.
Esteban with Grand Blue.
Esteban with Grand Blue, right?
Okay.
All the good stuff that Grand Blue has, which is literally the whole
Everything.
clan. Yeah.
Grandpa's
Okay.
busted.
I know that 8th place was Richard's other brother Ryan, who played Messiah.
Hey, bless up.
Oh, Marshall.
Marshall got 5th place with
Spikes.
Rising Nova
Greedon.
X Greedon
Yeah.
Overlord.
over
Different.
Overlord, but football.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
6th place went to
Geo.
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 I think it went to Geo. Either that or 7th place went to Geo.
That was another Nova.
And
no,
Esteban.
no.
You didn't play?
Geo was playing Tachikaze to that day.
Okay, I just had my mind blown.
And Esteban.
Okay.
Oh, Esteban was
Ethan.
Ethan.
Oh, and
Ethan.
with Nightmare
Ethan
Dolls.
got 7th place with Nightmare,
Nightmare
Dolls.
Dolls.
Was there any DP?
No, Deep Lease did not top in that top
Oh,
8.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you gonna really bring this up, Ali?
Nice.
Because I'm gonna call you out right now.
No.
Don't say anything about Ryan, because you came and do it. Okay?
But it
I'm
was
calling
done.
you out right now.
But it was done.
The true Messiah.
Oh,
But it was done.
but was it more than 200 people, like you said in the last podcast?
Hey.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still
If you
Say
put
that.
if you put a
Say
zero, if you put a zero next
we
to the
have it.
20.
No,
Then
honest-
there's,
Two
honestly, the DP players did not show up for this tournament.
Yeah,
no, there was 2 D police players,
There
and
was
they were
two.
not. They were not going to make it into Top Cut anyway.
Yeah, there was no
Two
way.
of them. That's kind of.
I'm saying the good one, Zoran. Okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone play Bermuda?
No.
No,
Not a
No one
single
wants to
soul.
play that trash.
that deck.
I'm sorry, Owens.
Hey,
but-
that deck is toxic. Did anybody play Pale Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone,
Ethan.
there was 3 people. No, 2 people who played Nightmare
What?
Dolls.
That didn't top.
Ethan
No,
top.
Ethan top.
Ethan
Oh,
top.
you top. Okay. I'm about
Ethan
to say.
started off like 0-2, and then skyrocketed to the top.
So did
That
Ryan.
deck is toxic.
Did Eric?
Toxic deck.
Eric got 10th, I think.
Oh,
Eric
okay.
Eric got bubbled out.
Yeah, he got smacked in the face. I'm sorry,
Watch
Helmet
that.
cracked.
Eric.
Taco was 9th.
Taco was 9th.
Yeah.
What was his
Damn.
record?
I don't remember.
What did he play?
But yeah, like,
It was 3-2. I
Yeah.
thought he was like X4.
yeah. He won. So he won. He barely won his last match.
Oh my god.
He went into 9th place. He got the dagger.
Damn. Any Royal Paladin?
Nope.
Dang.
No.
Why you gotta do that, Ollie?
Somebody gotta rap,
you,
bro.
you really don't want to be a part of this podcast anymore,
Nah.
right?
Listen,
I'm waiting for you to play it, bro.
Taco easily could have kicked Ryan out of top 8.
Hey, but
And he's playing
easy.
Murakumo.
But
So
he did
it's
Don't-
either
be
your deck
thankful.
is worse than Murakumo, or you're just better than Murakumo.
Hey, I'll
Which is
take-
not a margin that you should go by.
I'll take it,
Like-
though.
Yeah, that's sad.
So Owens, when you gonna show off your swag again and come out and play again?
Next event.
You want him to win
Oh,
again?
next
That's what
event.
you're saying?
Hey, listen, hey, he's a sponsored
Broken
Kingslayer.
Bermuda.
Okay, he can do whatever he
You
wants.
should
now.
play that Ethics Buster reverse deck in
Jeez.
Link Joker. It's actually an infinite deck.
Yeah, I watched the video.
Yeah.
Shout out Team Best Girl. Good videos.
Oh god.
I don't know. When's the next event?
Well,
we
we
have-
got
we have
we have
dates?
Springfest. We have the team event.
We have our team event.
I'm gonna try and come up to that.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Kingslayer team
For sure.
event happens March 19th weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also, like we said, we early in the video, we're trying to throw premium in it because we have already got asked by another team that we should have it on the 19th. I mean on the Sunday. What else? So premium was pretty solid. It was pretty good turnout. I don't know how much to say about premium this Sunday. I mean, you guys saw more than I did because I left early.
I wish more players would have showed up. I mean, like, we have a pretty good, strong base of players that are always asking for premium events, and you know, like we try to give them, you know, but they
Yeah, I
don't
was
show up.
surprised that the turnout was a little lower than usual.
Yeah, I was.
That a lot of people wanted to go. They were excited, but
Yeah.
then only 20 people showed up, which is nothing more than like a greater than average day at a
Yeah.
local event.
And like you said, like there were some people here that actually do play premium and they just didn't join. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
myself included, but
what? But you had your
Same,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
I don't know what else can we do to incentivize the community. So you know, this is a good platform for you guys, you know, to join
Because it's
the
actually
Discord, you know, and tell
competitive
us.
prizes, like their support.
Yeah.
And then you got these guys complaining about not having locals for like 2 years. Now we have a shop to
Yeah,
go
you're
to,
not wrong, yeah.
and they don't even take the drive. They'll like, oh, I'm down to drive to 5 hours to Orlando, but won't take the 30-minute drive up north,
Yeah.
south. Sorry, south.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
come
man,
on,
I can
bro.
name like several of those.
Bro.
but you won't.
I would rather have them come by, you know, than just put them on blast.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd
so
rather.
they can enjoy their local experience.
What,
you know?
what, I know we're going on a tangent real quick, but I just want to say this. Why buy cards if you're not going to show up and play?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like I don't understand that.
The
I never
platform is
understood
there.
that. Huh?
The platform is there.
Yeah, the blueprint's here. Literally, we don't ask you to come like every single Wednesday. We don't ask you to come every Thursday. We ask you, hey, barely show up once or twice a month.
But they don't go to anything though. They don't go to Prodigy. I don't hear people at Prodigy. I don't hear people at.
There's people that play Vanguard up there, but like 8 to 10, but they drive like 30 minutes north. This would be like over 2 hours for them.
Let's see. So they're farther more past both.
But see
Yeah.
that's not even that's another thing. That's also not an excuse for why they can't be here when we do major events.
Yeah, because
for, like,
I
3
mean,
months
we,
off.
we understand that life happens, but they post up their events like with enough time, you know, like we're always announcing them, so like, okay, you know, like I can attend to this, you know, like at least once in a while. Like I recently got a job that, you know, holds me back a lot from how I used to be, you know, coming here, but yet here I am whenever I get a free chance or opportunity. not, and I'm tired, like I got kids, I got a wife, I work overnights, and I'm here because I like the game, I want to promote it, I want to help it grow, become better, support the shops, and
you're a judge. That shit's draining.
We're not seeing
like come on, bro. You gotta,
we're not seeing the support from the community, and we want to know why, like if we can address it, like maybe we can accommodate, and do it better, especially for new players. Don't feel discouraged if you don't feel like you're up to like a major tournament. You can start out with our locals here, like if you don't want to join our locals, there's players that you can play for free here, and learn the basics until you feel that you're ready.
That's fair. But no one's ever really gotten sharked here either.
No,
I do think it's like an environment, like if you have the cards, and like I mean it also goes for myself. I can probably make the drive a little bit more often. But it's like if you want to grow the game, it has to be a community effort. It can't just be I'm gonna go once a year and show up. It's gotta be like, hey, I'm gonna show up as much as I can, and like be honest with yourself. Like, I think that's the main thing because if we don't support the game, like it's not gonna exist.
Yeah,
exactly.
Even down here, like these events are hype. Like if you haven't been to these events, they're honestly super fun. Always a good time. They're really competitive, but no one's gonna sit there and shark you to death. And like we're a good community that cares about also getting people like good at the game and improving people, and people will tell you what you do wrong after the game. Like it's very much like if you want to grow, just show up for sure.
And we're not biased. I can tell you, from my perspective as a judge, I try to be as fair as possible with people. If you have gotten wrong before by anybody, I'll tell you this: I'm part of the Bushiroad community. We're all in one Discord. That's something good that Bushiroad did for us. So like whenever there's like a hard ruling, that I'm not sure about, that I can't go to, like I'm always on that Discord, and I can show you, and I'll ask the question, and I got level 1 judges, like telling me, like this is how it is, or this is how I think it is, and I can show you like the conversations that we have there, if you ever need to, but we are trying to be as professional as possible, like we're not like a little run-of-the-mill shop, like, and people are just gonna get away, with whatever they want. We're trying to make like a good environment for everybody to be here, so like try to support.
Yeah, like this will be like one of the last things I say. Like we recently changed. We've been listening to the community about the Bushiroad system and applying that, and we actually switched it recently for this event. We were using the West Coast pairings, which allow draws, which was more for a 2 out of 3 format, and we were telling everybody, the first thing we said before we even started the event was like, listen, we want the feedback. So if you're listening to this and you were here, go on our Facebook, go on our Instagram, Twitter. Even if you want to drop $1 to be part of the Discord, on the Patreon, it's just $1. Come up and literally come on the Discord and be like, hey, I really like the West Coast pairings, or I don't think it worked out because of certain things. We want to listen to you guys, and that's why we're making this. This is the reason why we made we're making the podcast, to talk to you guys and discuss things that need to be discussed, and have a good time with it. And that's another reason why we made the Discord and everything else. This is to listen and to try to make the community together. And I think I personally like the West Coast pairings. I think it was very smooth and very thing.
I liked it too.
I think it was very easy on us as for judges and the TO, and it just ran smoothly. We say not only did we saved the money on the paper,
yes.
But everybody got to use the app. It was very organized. I think it was great. I know, Zoran, because you were playing. Was it easy to function? Was it good?
Yeah, it was easy to function. And my phone, sometimes it would be a little slow, but that's because my phone, has other apps on it as well that run at the same time. But it went smoothly,
Yeah, I think we're gonna. I personally hope we can keep using it. As a judge, what did you feel?
I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. Just very curious about the feedback of
What people thought.
standing wise, like how they think, like that
everything
system
well
worked.
with everything mattering, the 2-1, the 1-1.
Exactly, they think that was fair enough because like having a system where you can get draws and not, like penalize you as double losses. I think that's very important, you know.
Yeah.
But I would like to know like what the community thought of it.
Yeah, so if you literally want to hit us up on Facebook and you're listening to this, not only please tell your friends about us, tell your friends about this podcast. You know, let people know we're putting as much content as we can into these things. As much as we're having fun, I hope you guys are enjoying listening to it. We'll be adding more and more people to our podcast because I feel like it's more fun. You know, we had Ali twice in a row. We just added Owens. Owens is a great little addition to it. Thank you, Peter, for coming on. Owens, again, thanks you. Congratulations on, coming on the team. Owens, Zoran, congrats on winning. We always have you on the podcast. We love you. You're our zoologist. Ali, it was a blessing to have you on. Bless up.
Barrel sucks.
Agreed.
Richard, last thing you want to say for the people?
Just thank you. I had a lot of people message me telling me they loved the podcast, and people I didn't even think would listen to it. Not even like Vanguard players per se, just people who come by the store and want to hear us talk about stuff. So that's been really nice to hear.
Yeah, we literally, like I said, and I know I'm probably repeating myself, we do it for you guys. As much as we enjoy bringing out the content, we want to keep hearing the feedback. Maybe there's something you want us to hear. Like I said, it's $1 to join the Discord, to talk to us and be a part of it. Bro, come on down, and we hope to hear from your opinions and on the Discord. And I think that's going to wrap out episode 5 of the King's Court. I want to thank everybody again for coming out. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Peace.
Bless
Big
up.
mom.